Klay Thompson and prime Kevin Love. And they were saying that basically, oh, this must be good. Basically, they did the same thing, but the Kings actually pulled the trigger. All right, let's get right into it.
Okay,
we're going to put CJ McCollum to the side real quick. We're going to talk about this.
Sorry, CJ. Don. Okay, don't even look at your phone. Okay. I want you to hear this.
Okay.
This is happening, you guys. The Brooklyn Nets are trading James Harden to the Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. The Sixers are sending the Nets an unprotected 2022 first-round pick and a protected 2027 first-round pick, sources tell ESPN. Oh my God. This is happening. I can't believe this is happening.
That's a win trade.
That's a win for both teams. It is. Brooklyn, okay, I want to hear your thoughts.
This is a win-win trade, okay? I'm going to tell you why. The 76ers start with them first. They have a solid starting 5, and they didn't lose anybody outside of Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, who's never going to suit up this season, and also Drummond, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like this, it gets you emotional when you hear stuff like this, right? I can see you getting like, I can see the eyes, man.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I feel you, man. So you have Tyrese Maxey still. You have you bringing in James Harden, who is obviously better than Seth Curry. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully James Harden can get back to that caliber type play. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, and I've been preaching this all along, the effect it will have on Joel Embiid. Because Joel Embiid is not going to be the centerpiece of the offense no more. You're taking James Harden. This is James Harden's. What you gonna do? How you gonna run it then? Because James Harden doesn't play. James Harden never been in the system in like the last since OKC where he's had structure to his game plan. There's always been space everybody out. We're gonna play ISO and kick it to the shooters. He's going to a Doc Rivers system where defense is important, where players are being ran and stuff like that. You're gonna have a challenging backcourt with you and Maxey because he's growing into his own. So you just hope that doesn't affect players around him. You still got Tobias Harris. Hopefully they can keep him.
Still got Thibault. Still
got a 3-and-D in Thibault, and you still got other guys like Dang and Dieng and other guys.
Korkmaz as well.
Yeah, Korkmaz. So
I couldn't say his name.
I'm just worried about James Harden's play. Can he adapt to playing, pick and roll type of basketball? I know you're good at that with floaters and stuff like that, but also get in the post, space out, let Joel Embiid in, where he's never had that before. Yeah. Probably since KD. When's the last time he had a post player that can get in the post and do his thing?
KD. And even then, KD
and Kyrie to a certain extent.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to wrap up your thoughts because I have a lot of thoughts to say.
So for the Brooklyn Nets, this is obviously a win. Now, Ben Simmons, essentially, he's going into a situation where this is going to be different. I mean, he is going to be the point forward. Kyrie can take the back seat. This is going to be good for him. He's not asked to score. All he is asked to be that all-star guy to put up 14, 8, and 10 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Ben, be that defender. Oh my God, man, this is crazy. Now, this team is still relatively small, and this is because you have Blake Griffin and Paul Millsap and Claxton and stuff like that. But man,
I just saw a report about Paul Millsap, but I don't think he got traded though.
Okay,
obviously he didn't. Okay, I didn't say.
So and then you also got guys like Tom off the bench, the young shooter, and stuff like that. I mean, still no Joe Harris, but man, this team is interesting. And also is another win for the 76ers because I'm pretty sure James Harden is going to sign back with the 76ers this summer.
He will.
You know what I'm saying? So
Daryl Morey.
But man, KD and Ben Simmons and Kyrie for a percentage of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this is a 76ers win, man. I think the 76ers win this trade.
Okay. Go ahead.
I
think the 76ers win this trade right now.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, man, they gave up so much.
But you know what?
Okay.
What's the deciding factor?
A chip. Or making it. Who's beating who in the playoffs? If they match up head to head, who are you taking real quick? And then I want to give my thoughts on this.
76ers, Philly.
I have to consider Kyrie not playing because
exactly. That's the deciding factor.
That's the deciding factor. And I would take Philly right there. But okay. I don't know who won this trade right now. I still need more time to process it because we're still going through the emotions.
Seth Curry at the 2. Oh my God.
Okay, but here, let me say this though. Everything that you said about James Harden and Joel Embiid adapting to this new system with Doc Rivers, yada yada yada. Almost everything you said, I respectfully disagree with. That's fine though.
True.
Seriously,
Gotcha.
Because you're talking about how is James Harden going to adapt to this? This is now his team. How's Embiid going to affect that? How's that going to affect his play when he's played like an MVP these last 2 months? This is the best Embiid we've ever seen. at his prime, Daryl Morey could not waste this season and allow Joel Embiid to go into the playoffs and be one and done because he has no help around him. This is a huge, monstrous trade for the NBA. We've been speculating about Ben Simmons. We haven't even seen him since Game 7 at the Wells Fargo Center. But I will say, though, we've seen James Harden be spectacular without KD, without Kyrie on the floor, or with one or the other. They've only played, 14, 15 games, the big three together. So that is not even a concern to me, especially with a big like Joel Embiid. He's done it time and time again with Clint Capella and to an extent
but he's a lob threat.
Not Claxton. Was it Claxton in Brooklyn? Thank you. And there's another guy I can't think of right now.
Clint Capella and also Steven Adams. No.
It was just Capella and
Capella
Claxton.
and
it was Claxton.
Yeah, it's Claxton.
But yeah, I've seen James Harden be a facilitator. He can score when he wants, and he's more than capable of doing that. This is finally the year since they've had Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. This is the best team of Philadelphia we've seen now since that team. And man, Philly fans, y'all got something to be excited about. Brooklyn fans, y'all got to be something to be excited about. I don't know who won this trade right now. If they matched up right now, I would take Philly just because Kyrie's unvaccinated and he's not going to get vaccinated. So that means he's not going to play in Brooklyn games. So regardless of who has home court advantage, I would take Philadelphia. But man, what a huge trade!
I just like when you say that he's played with great big. I mean, he's played with solid bigs, but he's never played with a big that can create on his own. Like
he can spot up, he can move.
We've seen him do the spot up thing with KD and Kyrie, and it was ugly. Like it wasn't like.
But he's running the offense though. That's the.
But
thing.
What about Maxey?
So Maxey.
So you gonna make Maxey the shooter?
Okay, look, I could sit here and run circles with. It was like, okay, how's Harden and Kyrie gonna work? They're both two ball dominant guys. How's Russ and LeBron gonna work? Both. LeBron can play off ball, but he's LeBron needs the ball to run the offense. Russ clearly cannot shoot. That's always been an issue. Maxey can shoot. Maxey can create and facilitate too. Fast little guy. And so can James Harden. These guys aren't dependent on having the ball in their hands 24/7. That pick and roll with James Harden and Joel Embiid is going to be lethal. That they are going to wreak havoc.
It's going to be lethal for sure.